君の言葉繰り返し寝ても覚めてもやまないそっけない君の笑顔が恋しくて星に願うのまた会えるよね
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back and I'm here.
Did you hear all that?
No, I didn't. I had it all muted because for the behind the scenes. After last week, I was like, Bats, I'm gonna like wave or do something, and he sends me a DM that I have no idea what it is while I'm in the middle of like setting up, making sure we post everywhere for everything, and I'm like doing this and and he doesn't do it. All he does is this back to me, he goes, and I was like, I'm done, and I went back to what I was doing.
All right, listening. I was doing the opening for the Craig bot because I thought that it would be different. So I was talking major shit.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if it works the same, but you're probably gonna go back when you're editing and hear all that.
You know, it's fine. Actually, I will actually have to hear it because I forgot that. Oh
you
no!
will keep it. You will.
I might.
It, I guarantee you.
I might. Welcome in, everybody.
Yeah.
It's another.
Blah, blah, blah.
It's
Whatever,
another.
whatever.
It's another episode live over here on YouTube. My favorite thing before the episode, Bats goes, "Oh, that's right, we're doing it live on YouTube," and I'm over here. I'm like, "This was your idea."
No. It was a collaborate idea.
It was. But you know what I mean.
Live, and I was like, okay, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But anyways, the game I sent you sounded like a cool game. It's free that we could play. That is awesome, and it's like right up our alley.
I'll check it out.
It's one of those escape games.
Oh, that's what's up.
I know. There needs to be. Speaking of which, I realize we are not like popular, big, huge, but like any game creator that is listening to us, escape games, that's where it's at. I'm not even playing.
I mean, just games in general. I love playing games and talking about them. To be honest, like I would love to, if there's like any devs that listen that would love to come in and just talk about not just their game, but just game design in general, I'd be down.
You know, I'm at a dilemma because I told Blaze to go ahead and start it up while we were just BSing.
Yeah.
Now I forget what we were BSing about.
I remember, which is good. So welcome everybody to another episode of Up Your Experience Podcast. This is episode 117, and here's the deal. Me and Bats were talking about the Steam Deck because I sent him stuff this week.
That's right.
To get everything set up for his Steam Deck, and he used the newer method of getting third-party software over on the system, which is now you can boot into desktop mode. You can go into Linux, and there's actually a way to like put Battle.net, Game Pass, EA, everything on there. Which
Ubisoft.
When I did it, you had
even
to
PlayStation Plus, believe it or not.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
I know, that's why I was like, oh, this is my way.
The issue was when I did my stuff and I wanted everything on my Steam Deck, I had to put Windows on an SD card, which takes forever to load. And the controller system I've been having an issue with, so I'm thinking about reformatting that SD and just doing it that way. Because I can still put the games on the SD card and make it easier for me.
Excuse me. So what that was saying is, if you're doing it your way and you say you already had Windows, you have to delete all your games and everything like that.
Yeah, I'll just reformat it. Like, I'll just wipe it.
Yep.
But I'm just saying, like, I don't really have this huge need for Windows itself. So I might just do that.
No point.
Yeah.
There's really, like, because I watched
all
3 videos. Which,
I like wasting
honest,
storage space. What do you mean?
Yeah. Well, it's so funny, too, because when you do it the desktop way, it has a Dolphin folder already.
Mm-hmm. You know what else is sick by not doing the Windows method? You can put EmuDeck on there, and you can actually do like run your emulators easier on there too.
Mm-hmm. Which, well, that's what I was going to explain. For those of you that don't know what Dolphin is, it's like an emulator / thing, so where you can like for those of you that I guess don't know what an emulator is, so it's say you have a PC and you want to play like Sega, Nintendo, all that. The emulator is what plays all those games through coding.
Hey, you want to know what's even easier? You want to know what's something crazy? So, like, for those that don't know, Nintendo put a huge shutdown on this, like a year ago, against some of the major emulator platforms. And I think it's kind of so that we're in this weird place when it comes to emulators where, like, you want to preserve the history of gaming, and the easiest way to do that is through emulation. And if you're using an emulator, it's suggested, and the legal way to do it is by owning a copy of the game. Now, obviously, it's hard to acquire some of those games. Some of them are hundreds of dollars, or they just don't exist anymore. Like, if you want to play Evo, which I have on the SNES, there are a limited number of copies of that game. There just are, because of the amount of time that's gone by. With that being said, Nintendo uses emulators to run their Nintendo 64, Sega Genesis, NES, SNES, and Game Boy applications on the Switch.
Yep.
Fun facts of the day. Fun facts of the day.
Let's be honest, and I'm not saying like all things should be free.
No.
But if you really want to get nitpicky, then there should be one. I don't know what to call it. Okay, so like, what would you call like? Because you're not really streaming the game, so like, what would you call like the type of platform like you would say like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon?
It's streaming. I mean, but like you should.
So you say that for a game though?
Yeah, because you want to. Bats, this is a crazy segue into a gaming news topic. He didn't even, and he doesn't even know. That's the best part.
I really don't, because I have been so busy all week.
Speaking of this.
To explain it, I'm just putting it out there now. This is why I'm a little bit like hyped up, crazy. I'm like pushing all the energy that I have left.
Yeah.
Because I have worked nonstop all week, and then for my weekend, it was like 3 in the afternoon to 2 a.m. just to like, I probably went to bed around 4 a.m. because I couldn't sleep, go figure. And then woke up at like 10 a.m. to only be at work at like 11 to start work at 11:30 to get off work at 6 to be here now.
Hence the name of the episode, Bats' Hard Knock Life. Or sorry, the Hard Knock Life of Bats, my bad.
No, because it gets even better because Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I work 7 to 1 a.m.
That's so dumb, dude.
While
Anyways.
still continuing the rest of my regular week, which is Thursday will be 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Then Friday will be 7 to 3:30 p.m. along with working Saturday 3 p.m. to like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. But I need that money.
Yeah. gotta work for that Amazon addiction, dude. You gotta work to pay Bezos, man.
I mean, I do have an Amazon addiction, but
okay.
I want a new kitchen.
So here's the deal. It was announced this week coming to Samsung TVs. They are gonna have a Game Pass application, and all you're gonna have to have
Hold on, real quick.
is a controller.
I don't remember what TV I have, and I gotta look to see what I got.
I'm pretty sure it was Samsung, but they announced on Game Pass Tracker, or maybe it's not. Okay, yeah, Samsung 2021 Samsung's TV and newer are known for having a Game Pass app pre-installed on them, which allows you to play Game Pass without owning an Xbox. Now they're saying they've discovered that you can play Xbox Game Pass games on LG C Series TVs without owning an Xbox console at all. So all you have to do is have Wi-Fi, have your TV, have a controller that you hook up via Bluetooth, and you can start playing games from Game Pass.
This is bullcrap.
Which is crazy. No, LG C Series just started too.
Oh, okay. So we're good. Because I was like, I have an LG in one room, a Vizio in the other, and then I think out in my pool barn I have an Element. That was my first TV. Which, by the way, for those of you that are looking for a cheap TV that is really good quality, Element is pretty good. That was my first TV. Got an Element 32. Lasted me, let's see. I think I got it in like 2009. And it still works, and it's outside.
You want to know why? So the first TV I bought a Panasonic Plasma TV for college, 42-inch. I was super excited about it. And you want to know?
Crazy that we remember our first TVs.
And you want to know what's crazy, Bats? You want to know what's crazy? I had that TV until like 2 years ago when Logan broke it. He knocked it over. He knocked it over, and it broke the screen, and I was devastated, dude. I was like, no, that TV was so nice.
See, now let me guess. Before that TV, you probably had black and white, changed the channels, turn.
I had, well, that was the first TV I bought for myself. The second TV I bought is in the room next to me. It just has an issue with the HDMI port. And then I bought PlayStation TVs as monitors, which I have one. That's my second monitor I still use. I love these TVs. In fact, this is what's crazy about those TVs. They run 240 hertz only when a Sony product's hooked up to them. What kind of shenanigans is that, Sony?
Oh, wait. Did I just hear Torum? Torum?
Huh? I don't know, dude.
Did you say Torum?
No, I don't think so. I don't know anymore.
I heard Torum.
But...
By the way, for those of you that don't know, I'm only giving Blaze crap because, like, every part of the day, whenever I'm in chat, he does the same thing to me.
No.
Telling me because I have a college degree, I'm not allowed to make up words. Bull crap.
Dude, electronical's not a word, and that bothers me to this day. Yeah.
You know what? I feel like if you can create a definition to the word that you're saying, it's a word.
True.
How do you think the dictionary started?
Fantabulous is a word.
I agree with that.
I don't dislike it. I just want to know how electronical's not. Anyways, moving on before I go down this rabbit hole. Yeah.
No. We are going down this rabbit hole. How is electronical not a word?
It's not in the dictionary.
Really?
Yeah. Sounds like it should be a word, right?
None of them?
None of them. But it sounds like it should be a word.
Electronical to me sounds like it is something that has to do with electricity to a gaming system.
Yep. So there's electrical and electronics, but electronical, which I think sounds way better, is not a word. But you win some, you lose some. That's just the way of the road.
I had to sternly talk to my dog right now.
It'd be like that.
Well, no, like I feel bad about it, but I haven't seen him for most of the week, and now he's
Right.
like just all up in my face, and it's like, listen, give me a minute.
I get it. My dog turned 12 yesterday, I think. And in fact, I know he turned 12. And today, after I did my run, I've made this plan where my kids like to sleep downstairs and not in their bedrooms. So I just decided that the downstairs should be their bedroom, like just one giant bedroom.
Acceptable. Bunk beds?
And no, they both have their own beds.
Come
and
on.
no,
come
it's gonna make sense.
on.
No, because I'm not listening to the fight over the bunk bed. Okay, I'm just not.
Well, okay, all right. Look. If you made the bunk beds sort of the same, but made them like fighter jets, one above, one below, yeah.
Okay. Anyways, I moved a sectional upstairs today. I went on a 2-mile run, got home. My wife's like, "What are you gonna do today?" I was like, "I don't know." I went downstairs. And I was like, "Today's the day." And I moved the sectional upstairs. I had to get help with one part of it because I couldn't get it in the hallway. Like I had to take it outside and bring it in.
Played some Rocky music while he was doing it. At the end
Then
of it.
we vacuumed the floor after we got everything picked up, and then I deep cleaned the floors. And then after it dried, I brought Luke's bed down, and we still have like more work to do, but like we're getting there, and it felt really good. So I'm pretty excited about that. But
Dude, I know the feeling. You want to hear something like you would never think. Okay. I guess Blaze would, but as me, because like, okay, the difference between Blaze and I, he's a family man. I'm a single man.
True.
So I scrubbed my, not the toilet, bleh, ignore that. I clean my toilet regularly. I have a habit of doing it. I don't know why. Just like rings on the toilet disgust me. I have no idea.
oh yeah,
why.
100%. No, you gotta, yeah,
I'm like, ring.
yep. Gotta clean it,
I
dude.
spend so much money on toilet board cleaner. Like, I think there's a problem with it. But like, I scrubbed the bathtub. I got like a little electronic scrubber, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would not believe. I was like, there's
So-
got to be an easy way
No,
to do this.
that sounds way better than what I do.
It has like 6 adapters. It gets in between the grout and everything too.
Okay.
And I was like, you just feel so much more amazing when your tub is all shiny and sparkly and stuff.
I hand scrub mine, and I hate it. I might need to look into that.
You want me to? You want me
Speaking-
to send you? A
Yeah,
link of
send me a
mine?
link to that. But on here's the deal. All right, notice how you said here's me and Asmore are gonna fight. Asmore's in chat talking to me about how there's electronically, okay, electronically. Notice that usually ly is the continuation onto a word like practically. Why is an electronical a word? This is further proves my point of why it should be a word. Anyways, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I'm still saying that it's a word. Like, who cares?
I believe me, I said it for years,
People
and
can
now I have
say
to say
it's
here.
not a word, and it's like, okay, if I said it and pronounced it correctly, it's a word. Like,
If I pronounced my fake word correctly, it's a word.
hey, if you don't stumble while you're saying it, why is it not a word?
Bats, we're talking about a lot of things, and none of it's video games. So, Bats, how are your games
Hey,
this week?
Okay, listen. I did say start this thing up so we can start showing the people what we BS about before we start streaming.
It's true. You know what else I get to do
Okay.
this week? I get to take. I'm gonna rant about this for a second. I get to take this apart. An Xbox Series Elite 2 controller that I've owned for less than a year, because the left bumper right here doesn't work. Because, and this is a manufacturing
Wait,
bug.
hold on.
This is a manufacturing defect in the controllers.
Hold on. Let me do this legitly real quick.
Are you pulling out a violin, Bats? This man's pulling out a violin. There's no shot.
I can't play it.
Okay, well, if you want to pull out the violin, you have fun, dude. Oh my god. Anyways, I gotta take this apart
know.
this week.
I bought it and was gonna learn how to play it and just never did.
So,
I became a workaholic, so time was limited.
yeah.
I'll figure it out as soon as I figure out how to. So I got the violin repaired, but then the I don't know what the stick's called.
Okay, hey, Bats, have you played anything this week?
Yeah, I have. Okay. So I have actually started trying to run through Diablo 4, which I will say the ending got ruined to me by a coworker, which I didn't really care about because I was like, I'm still gonna play it anyways. But he said the game sucked. He said the story sucked. Now I haven't got to the ending yet.
Okay, here I need to comment on this first. Did he watch the Books of Lorath before?
I don't think he did, but he was just saying play wise in general. He said the story wasn't good, and I was like, okay, I played
disagree.
a little bit. Where I'm at now, I'm like the story is kind of slapping. It makes sense. Okay, I knew already, and I guess for those of you listening now, there's a little bit of spoilers, but like it's not like horrible spoilers because Lilith comes along, and crap, what's the angel's name?
Anarius.
Yeah, Anarius. So like Anarius is trying to get back into heaven. But to do this, it's a blah, blah, blah. They have to have a war, blah, blah, blah. It's your same Diablo stuff. That's happening. They create the war for nothing. But then when you're looking at it, Lilith is doing this because she keeps losing her children.
Well, it's not just that. Like, if you watch the Books of Lorath, it goes through and talks about why he was kicked out of heaven. Because, like, originally, like, Sanctuary is its own place that was created by the two of them. And then they realize, because Anarius is like, oh my god, like, we have demon kind and we have humankind here now. Like, we have and they think they're better than everybody else. We got to kill them.
When you think about it, Anarius is a jerk.
Oh yeah,
I'm just
100%.
saying it out there right now. Like, even if you don't listen to those, if you're not like thinking logically, you sit there the first time you meet him, you're like, damn, this guy's a dick.
But that's so many of the angels. That's so many of the angels in Diablo's story. We're like, sometimes you're sitting
Diablo
there.
3. Diablo 3, you did have a great angel.
You did.
Was his name?
Tyrael.
Yeah, Tyrael.
No, he's
badass.
the exception, right? Because then you go to Reaper of Souls, and it all turns around on you. But it's weird because in Diablo 4, you almost wonder, like, as you progress through the story, like,
Who's
you're almost
the
like,
good guys and who's the bad guy?
You're like, is Lilith actually not bad? Like,
yeah, no shit. That's I'm playing it right now, and I was like, I'm kind of rooting for Lilith here, but like she's gunning for me, so I kind of gotta fight back.
Yeah, it's I think it's really good, and the new season is wild.
Hey, don't spoil it.
I'm okay.
I'm trying to beat the campaign right now. I am literally, so I am trying to focus on the story while running through the campaign, and that is the hardest shit in the world.
Oh, it's hard because there's so much side stuff.
Ignore. Press A.
Yep.
Or I guess it would be B on the Steam Deck because I've been playing it on a Steam Deck recently.
The crazy thing, and I'm not going to talk about any of the story. The new season's called The Malignant, and there's these things called Malignant Hearts. And instead of having gemstone slots in your like jewelry, it might happen in armor too. I've only seen it in jewelry so far. You get heart slots for these caged hearts, and there's 3 different types. Not gonna get into all that.
So is that their equivalent to? Because like this is what I was getting into with a coworker, and not to like interrupt or anything.
Yeah,
but I was trying to explain because. So, when Diablo 3 came out, it was fine and dandy, but then it kept updating stuff, and because he was mad that they, with the update, which all of you should know anyways, if you're following Diablo 4, they nerfed everything.
I talked about it last week on the podcast. And the dev team has come out and said they will not do another update like that again without communicating first.
To me, I'm okay with that because to me that means they're trying to do what Diablo 3 did, which was okay. Now, Diablo 3 did that because they wanted the main focus to be on their gems or their Like,
Well-
yeah, gyms. It was a gyms, gym slots, everything like that. Because once you were done, you needed something to strive for. So you were looking to upgrade gyms. You were looking to like get the best slots, get the best rolls, all that shenanigans. And I was like, maybe that's what they're doing for Diablo 4. Because let's be honest here. If you're sitting there at the last boss and you're one-shotting it as a bitch-ass druid, which no offense to druid lovers, because like, let's be honest, the whole game, you ain't doing shit till you're level 50.
Yeah, I mean, like,
It's as simple as that. Like,
I guess
you ain't doing nothing.
here's my take on it, and I mentioned this last week. If you look at the videos that were released, and like honestly, Sorcerer was in that same spot to some extent. Like Sorcerer, very weak. I'm playing Druid right now just to try it for something different. And like, it's so nice that I don't have to worry about getting one tapped in hardcore when I'm playing. Like, I'm like, oh, I can take a hit and still survive. Man, that's really sick. But
I do like 5 damage.
the crazy thing, I'm just gonna ignore that because it's so true. When they had that patch and it was like straight nerfs, there was a couple I disagreed with, like big. Like, honestly, I think nerfing cooldown is kind of wild. I think that's a really crazy take.
That is crazy, but I haven't noticed it yet. But I'm also like,
but that's heavy. But like, it's heavy for like for sorcerers. That's a huge stat because like they need it. Like in sense of like,
yeah.
So when you're nerfing like cooldown abilities, that's kind of crazy. But you and then they nerf sorcerer, which was the lowest performing class in the game. It might be the most popular class, but when your most popular class is the lowest performing, like that's really concerning to go ahead and nerf it. My perspective was them looking at it and going, hey, there's a lot of high damage in the game right now. Not that we don't necessarily want, but we also have this problem of like resistances aren't working correctly right now. So like resistances are going to be fixed in season 2. And I think the idea is like, hey, we know these hearts that we're releasing are crazy and they are like a huge power spike. So if we nerf everything across the board and then let the hearts be the new power curve to make up for that, it's going to be fine. And that's what I was talking about. Like, because if you look at these hearts, like some of them are crazy. Like there's a Necro one that corpse explodes when you walk by a corpse.
Yeah.
There's one right now where I'm running wolves on Druid for funnies. And there's like a 20% chance that I spawn an extra wolf that lives for 25 seconds.
That's actually crazy.
And then it adds +3. Now, here's what I don't like. It says +3 wolves. It means the actual little ability slot gets a +3. When I thought it meant I was going to get 3 extra, not 3 wolves. So weird wording on that. But like, there's ones where like you get generation of your like resource based off the distance to enemy. I mean, there's some of them are crazy that I've seen. So I really like that because it opens up the play style and versatility in builds. And that's what the game needed, is versatility in builds.
And to me, I guess, okay, and this comes from, I guess, playing Smite and a little bit of other games. Let's be honest here. You can nerf something. It's easier to nerf something and then fix it later than it is to just kind of figure out, okay, what's wrong with the game here and there.
It's the same thing when they release new gods. You need it to be strong because it's way easier to nerf it down and figure out where it needs to be than try to buff it and figure out where the line is.
Yeah, so like if they nerf everything across the board and then they say, okay, Sorcerer's not performing what we want it to, so we'll buff Sorcerer here and then we'll do Druid. Like, it's easier to see where they're not performing at the, I guess, pinnacle of what you would want it to be than it would be where like one's overpowered because we didn't do anything to it. It's I don't know. To me, it's like, to me, they start at a base. So if you put everything at a base and then tweak it from there, I have no problem. I have not felt anything wrong with what they did so far. I mean, I'm playing Necromancer, so let's be honest. I'm playing the most OP character there is.
I have one complaint. I have one, and it has nothing to do with the character class I'm playing. It has everything to do with the fact they also nerfed experience gain. And that, to me, I find frustrating for casual players. Not necessarily me.
You would notice that more?
Yeah.
Because you've played through it already. But me, as a new person playing through the campaign... You
don't feel it.
Yeah, I don't feel it.
But here's the thing. So they nerfed experience gain. but there's already 2 people that hit level 100 on hardcore since the season started. So it's like, they obviously didn't have an issue reaching 100 now. Like, they were still able to do it without a problem. But with that being said, it does open up this issue of, like, for a very casual player that plays, like, maybe a couple nights a week for a couple hours, them getting to level 100 might not even be realistic till the next season started.
I'm at, what did I say, like 17, 19, somewhere around there. And I've had the characters already. Like, I think I played like 1 full night.
Yeah.
And by night, I mean, I maybe started at like 6 and played till 10. And then I've been playing a couple hours here and there.
My biggest issue with the game right now is the fact that I still can't stream it on my PC without it locking up.
Yeah, that too.
Which we are working on some solutions to that. I have a Steam Dock coming for my Steam Deck to try to like stream it off of that. I'm also
I have made Blaze second guess himself.
No, but here's the thing. You brought up the fact of like, well, if you buy it on Xbox, you don't have to worry about it overheating. I already thought about that, but I wanted to get a dock for the Steam Deck anyway, just to play some games off of it on the TV anyway, because I thought that'd be kind of nice if me and the wife want to play something that's on Steam, then I can just download it. Now, that's the nice thing about having Windows on your Steam Deck, is it doesn't matter if the game is Steam Deck compatible as long as it runs with the controller, because I don't have to worry about that at all. So that's one thing I do like.
That's also what Dolphin does. Because,
does it? Okay, well, that's sick.
Because, like I said, I have well, you may have to go through, so it'll be controller compatible, but you may have to go through and just, like, set your buttons.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, I could play ESO, which I didn't really think about until today, but, like, ESO on Steam Deck? That's kind of sick.
It's not bad. I mean, I loved ESO. I was in like a mega clan and everything like that. We had, which was fun because it was called Get Drunk Fridays.
Hey,
and do dungeons and everything. That was awesome.
We used
Drunken dungeons.
Oh, we used to have WVW drinking nights where we would go into for ESO it was AVA and Guild Wars 2 it was WVW, and we would go in and just like decimate people.
It was what are they called? Breath of Life or something like that. I can't even remember. They made me join some weird, what is it? Now I gotta look at Band. Yeah, that's what we were on. Band. Talking about back in the day now. I can't even log in now because I'd have to remember my stuff.
We used TeamSpeak.
That was great.
TeamSpeak
we used Band.
TeamSpeak was the business. I forgot what else I used when I first started playing Guild Wars. What was it?
Kick.
I don't remember.
Kick was another one. Kick was another one. Kick was like Snapchat of back in the day.
Wasn't Mumble one too?
I don't know.
There was another one too. But
we basically used Kicked for gaming before Discord, before
I used TeamSpeak. TeamSpeak's audio was so good.
See, because we used Kicked, and then it became Snapchat, and then it was Discord.
Interesting.
That's why when you said Kick, I was like, what, like the messaging?
Like the messaging app? Oh, man.
Okay, but yeah. We got way off topic there. But for games.
Ventrilo was another one. Yeah, that's true. And Curse Voice.
Yeah, that's true.
Shouts to Bio in the chat for that.
Games of the week. I did do Diablo. I've been having fun. I thought I would like Rogue. I'm not still convinced that I won't like Rogue. Druid can suck rocks because I'm not going to be sitting there waiting till level 50 before I can do anything.
It's not that bad. I'm running a really meme build. I'm running a meme werewolf build that I made right now where my whole entire kit's based off of spreading poison on the targets. And I'm having a good time.
It's not bad. I mean, I will eventually get to a druid, but like I've been between Rogue and Necro. Barbarian can suck rocks. Why they ever added that in?
Barbarian, I actually did try. I played it for 10 minutes and deleted the character. And that's weird to me because I
I don't care if people, oh, we want barbarian. No, suck it. This is Diablo 4. We don't need barbarian anymore. Get something else. Witch Doctor. I want Witch Doctor. Where's that at?
We got Necro.
No, that's not Witch Doctor. Let's be honest.
I
here.
mean, to be fair, they got rid of Demon Hunter for Rogue, and Demon
That is
Hunter
true.
and Demon Hunter
was the shit.
was my jam.
I
Though
love Demon Hunter.
The next class we're gonna get is gonna be a tank class. That's just the way of the road.
Probably, yeah. But and like I guess that's what I like about Necro. You can be tank with a lot of damage, and like you can take a lot of damage too.
Yeah.
Plus, let's be honest, you can have like 10 freaking skeletons just smacking everything around you.
Yeah.
Legit.
It's pretty cool.
Rogue, you get smacked a lot, but it's still pretty fun. I don't know. I just get sick and tired of like barbarian. Oh, everybody loves barbarian. No, they don't. Get over it.
Everybody loves it.
Give me a new character that's not barbarian. Other than that, I've been playing V Rising.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I remember. I was like, I had a complaint for V Rising.
I really thought you were about to be like, I've been playing Verizon. That's that.
So it's been fun. But here's my thing, as I'm noticing, as I get bullied by everything in the game.
Okay.
If I'm undead, vampire equals undead, right?
Yeah.
Why does every other undead fucking attack me?
Because you're a vampire.
But they don't attack anybody else.
They don't like you.
Like I get the concept, the story of the game, right? But at the same point, it's like if I'm walking and I see you don't attack this or that, and then I walk through and all 5 of you attack me, I have a complaint. I'm gonna kill you, but I feel like there should be a lesson learned.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's been like fun. Besides, and we're in I'm probably gonna mess the name up. I'm at the point where I need to be like in Brightville or Bright something. I don't know. It's hell. That's all I can describe it. Like it's honestly, you go in there to get the material you need, and there's just like mobs of enemies that are better than you.
It'd be like that sometimes.
It's like, oh, I have light attacks that surround you in all 4 sides and you can't move anywhere and you're dead.
Yeah.
Or like, hey, we're going to show up right when the sun shows up, right where the only shade's at. So get got, mother trucker. It's
Rough
still
times.
fun though. It's still
Rough
fun. Other than that, I have played some Smite. It has been fun. Today I had a Baba Yaga fire steal.
Let's go.
Got a double kill. Won the game. They F6'd. And I got to laugh in their face because they tried to BM me the whole game because it was a
Yep.
the Morgan. Nah, I didn't want to get him confused, all right?
Yeah, I was gonna go check.
Morgan.
I was gonna go check your match history to make sure you got the right gods. You know.
Yeah, it was the Morgan trying to be a bully in my lane while I had my solo laner just BMing me because one time I didn't call enemy missing mid because they backed, right? Because
Yeah.
God forbid I like realized they're missing mid after they back
True.
and showed up in solo lane. Nothing happened, but like for the full next 15 minutes, every time something happened, I got you rock cancel that. And I was like, okay, bro, I'm muting you. After that, stole the fire giant. The rest of my team got Gold Fury. We didn't even get to run it down mid before the F6.
It's one of those things that feels so good, but it's so irritating because you're like, I didn't even get to go win the game. It's like they just rage quit.
I know, dude. I was just like, watch me body because Suave was in the game and he goes, they're on fire, and I was like, I'm gonna go take it real quick. Watch me Blaze McBain this real quick. So
Hey, you gotta do it.
Over the wall. Baba ulted, stole it. It was fantastic. Played some Olo mid, loving it with the buffs. And I think that's all the games I had.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know. It has been a hectic week, so yeah.
First and foremost, my Pair of Thieves stuff came in, and Pair of Thieves is like clothing apparel, and they had a
I was
deal.
like, what is that?
Yeah, on the day of Prime Day. No, like I had a bunch of their like joggers and shorts.
No. I actually remember you talking about this.
Yeah, on Prime Day,
He was
they're
all hyped about it.
I
and
was,
like,
dude.
I don't even know what this is.
I got 3 pairs of joggers. One of them is like one of their like really expensive pairs, and then like a pair of like pajama pants because I was just wanting to see what they're like. I got 2 sets of socks, like 12 packs, and then I think I got 7 shirts for like $120. And they are so comfortable, dude.
Now that he's talking about things we got.
Yeah. There's a
I have a
Minecraft
Creeper
fridge.
mini fridge.
Yeah.
Creeper mini fridge.
Yeah. But no, I just want to make sure to mention that because, dude, this stuff's so comfy. Like, the shirts were like $7.50 a piece.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, they were so comfortable, dude.
Polyester or cotton?
I think they're cotton. They're dummy
Cotton's
comfortable.
pretty nice.
I don't know.
Cotton's comfortable.
I like they're so lightweight, and like they don't, like today when I was like moving stuff, like they don't feel like they stick to you when you get sweaty. Like it is I don't know. They've so far so good. I really really like them.
Speaking of Prime Day,
Yeah.
if I don't remember the exact terminology.
Okay.
But bamboo sheets for your bed feel amazing. I guess it's like Visca something.
Interesting. I'll have to look into this.
Yeah, I know. I'm not even playing. It feels like silk, but it's like cool sheets,
Interesting.
and they don't like dog and cat hair don't stick to them, so you can just like shoo it off,
Yo,
and
that's
it
sick.
doesn't like go into the grains or anything like that. It just feels so comfortable. I got like, I guess you would say one set, right? Like it's a
Yeah.
set of sheets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one set, and I was like, I'm gonna have to get more of these because I buy the cheap sheets because
Cheap
this
sheets.
dog, yeah, he's still behind me. This dog right here sheds like a husky,
Hey, it'd be like
and
that
he's not a
sometimes.
husky. So like, I'm either washing a bunch of sheets or I'm just throwing them out because my dog's kind of an ass.
Yeah.
He sharpens his claws after I dull them down. He will sit there. I don't know. For those of you that have been in my stream or seen our live podcast, he will sit there and lick his paws, if you've ever noticed, and start biting his claws to sharpen them to be an ass. That's all I can figure out because it's like, I don't know why you're doing that.
Yeah, dude, he knows what he's up to. He has a
I
plan.
know. It's because whenever he wants to roughhouse, he starts using his claws, and it's like, you want to go?
That's so funny. My games this week, I have played 5 or 6 games of Smite, maybe if that. I mean, I just haven't been playing. I mentioned this in Discord a little bit. I mentioned it on Twitter as well. I'm just having I'm having like a mental break where I just don't want to play. And I don't know why. I mean, like, I think the
he's
meta
a League of Legends main now.
No, I think I just don't know what it is. Like, I just haven't been like, and the thing is, like, I think the meta's in a much better place. I'm just not personally really enjoying the game currently, and I don't know what specifically is causing that.
It's because I can name it out for you right now. It's because there's mainly only one ADC build. You can't switch it up. Like,
no,
you can
because I
switch-
do.
You can switch maybe a couple items, but you have to go like
Yeah.
a certain build constantly. Like,
But
let's be honest.
That's
if you
always
don't
been
get
ADC.
devs- if you don't get no, because there was a time where you could go either ability based or attack speed based or just some shenanigans,
Right.
and it would work. Now, if you don't go a certain build, you're kind of not doing the maximum output of damage.
Well, I mean, I even go a different build than most people do just based off the starter item. You know what I mean? Like, and like, but it's not that. I just haven't
It's
been
just not
enjoying it.
fun in ADC. Let's
And
be
like,
honest.
and if I play other game modes, I tend to have a really good time. But like last night, I was just having fun time with the family and just chilling. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna stream tonight. I don't feel like streaming Smite. And like,
I made that comment.
and like, it's funny because like I'm enjoying casting it. Like I've done 2 casts in the past 7 days. I'm enjoying casting it. I just don't feel like playing a ton. Speaking of casting, I am in the top 8 for chair 1s in the caster now.
Let's go.
So
and what was it? The first time you did it, your chair.
I was chair 2.
Your chair 1. Yeah, your chair 1 didn't show up.
Oh no, my chair 2 didn't show up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had like a random chair 2. Shout outs to them. They helped out, even though they didn't know what Bewitched Dagger did. I still appreciate them. I did cast for AGL this week too, and we had a really good cast over there. I casted with, who did I cast with again? Oh, Hilanu. I love casting with Hilanu. Yeah. That dude's sick. He moved on in the competition too. That wasn't for the caster. Like we just happened to cast together just to get some extra reps in, and it was really good. My chair 2 didn't show up for that one either, so it must just be me. I don't know. Fun times. As far as what I've been what else I've been playing this week.
I'm gonna be right back. You're keep
good.
talking. I need to refill my drink.
Some things to mention about Smite this week is I did play Apollo. I went crazy late game, and the Sung Wukong took my Penta. I had a quad, and he took my Penta, so that was super fun. Glad that's happened multiple weeks in a row now. And then I played Charybdis, and I never upgraded my starter item, and I think had I upgraded my starter item, we would have won the game. So that was really, really unfortunate, to say the least. Other than that, I have been playing a lot of variety content. There's been a lot of Naraka. I've won a few games. I've placed second a few games. I've placed third a few games. I've mostly been playing solo. But I've also, the other night on stream, played with Jay, and we ran some duos for a bit, and we're having a good time. There is a character that summons down a mech. And that is super sick, because, like, you can just, like, go into a team fight where there's, like, multiple teams fighting, and you can just shred them down, because you can also go into cannon mode where you lock into place, and just you're hitting them with a cannon over and over and over again. But if you're in the regular, like, just, like, machine gun mode, you have, like, this giant leap. You can fly in the air to get better vision and stuff. It's really, really cool. The characters in that game are good. The flow of that game is really good. Like, it's always impressive to me whenever I play it how well the character movement is. And that game's now free to play. I've been really enjoying it. Queues have been really, really fun. My only complaint about Naraka is that the freaking story mode has its own separate audio that was literally destroying my eardrums. Like, the sound was so loud that was harder than the actual fights going on in the game. So
that's your only complaint?
That's my only complaint.
No, I'm coming back right now. You should hear this man when he's playing it, and all the screaming and yelling he does when somebody kills him.
No, I was mad today. I did not scream and yell. I was upset. I was upset, though.
Blaze After Dark. That's what that is when he plays Naraka.
I did play some Starshield Zed Zone, which is made by Prophecy. They're the same studio that did, like, the Smite Auto Battler. And Starshield Dead Zone's more like a Tarkov-esque experience. It's pretty good. It's interesting.
Oh, okay, that's the game that you were talking about.
Yeah, I was playing it today a little bit. It's free to play. There's Founders Packs for it. I don't think it's bad. Things to be disappointed in this week before I go into League, though. Yeah.
Well, this is for later stuff. I'm marking it because okay. I guess before I forget, the Remnant 2 that I have been seeing so much about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, apparently it's good. I've seen a lot about it.
That's honestly what I've heard. It just popped up on my feed. That's why I was like, "Ooh."
I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Like, look at it, but I've been exhausted.
I was really hype about Dragonspire, and it lasted a week and a half. They are shutting down. They're shutting down both. They are shutting down the servers at the end of the month, and they're taking the game off Steam. So. Yep. If you're listening to this and you're not in their Discord and you bought the game, you need to go on Steam and you can request a refund. Like they will accept your refund, and you can just mention like, hey, they're taking the game offline, they're removing it from Steam. It's only been out for a couple weeks, and they should refund your money.
And they're not saying it's like dead, correct?
No, it's just
they're trying. But...
They ran out of funding. So like at this point, it's a passion project by the guy that started the studio, but he doesn't know all the coding and artwork and that kind of stuff. So he's gonna have to like learn some of that, and like he's gonna try to like figure it out. Or maybe their investor comes back around and says, hey, we have some extra money for you guys at some point. But right now it's on an inevitable hold, and we'll probably never see it again. Which really sucks, because that game was like nice and chill.
That game was good.
So I hate to see that.
Unlike a certain other game that did that made promises they couldn't keep.
What game was that?
I'm not gonna call it out, but let's just say that it had some Looney Tunes in it. That,
Multiverses. That game's not. I thought you were talking about Overwatch.
No. Overwatch. I haven't even played that game because I already knew when I looked at it.
Speaking of Overwatch, it's coming to Steam.
Oh man,
dude,
It might jump numbers.
I can't make it a week on this podcast without talking about Overwatch. And it cracks me up. But no, Multiverse is supposedly coming back. Like they said it was a beta, and that they are taking the game offline to work on the game and bring back out a better product. It's just really, really weird that it was supposedly in beta that whole time.
No. They already had beta, but they released it. Let's be honest, because you and I played the beta, and then we bought the game.
Yeah. I think what's really crazy to me is...
And don't get me wrong, it was fun.
Fortnite was in beta for years. On the when you load in, it would say beta on it. Mm-hmm. So,
dude, how many games have been in beta and they've never taken it offline like that?
Yeah, I mean it's weird.
But then at the same point, they took it offline, but you couldn't get a refund or anything. There's a no. Yeah, so it leads me to believe that when they re-release it, it makes me wonder if we got a double pay or something like that.
No, you won't have to. You keep all your stuff.
I
do, but I do find it. That doesn't change the fact that I do find it weird. It is a very strange strategy. I mean, maybe it pans out for them. I don't think it will. I think there's too many good fighting games coming out. I think we already have. You have Street Fighter 6. You have Mortal Kombat 1, which they released a trailer in the Combat Pass for. I'm not happy about the Combat Pass 1, by the way. 3 of the characters are from that show, The Boys, which I've never watched. I just don't like. I don't have.
You have Brawlhalla, which I saw that Blaze was playing today.
No, I do my login rewards for it. It has, but they did add Master Chief.
Oh, they did.
Yeah. So kick rocks. Yeah.
Do I gotta buy that, or do I gotta unlock it?
Yeah, you gotta buy that. You know that. You know better.
Yeah.
So here's the thing.
I'm good.
So you have Mortal Kombat, you have Street Fighter 6, and Tekken are all coming out. That's a really hard field to kind of break up, I think, and try to make an impact in.
Oh, it is.
So that's something to worry about. Other games I've been playing this week, I have been slamming Wild Rift, and all of Riot Games got new events this week. They're doing like this summer event thing. So on League of Legends, there is arena mode that's 2v2v2v2, and it has like TFT roguelike mechanics that on certain rounds you get like a card that 3 cards that pop up, and you pick which card you want. And they have really funny things. Like one of them is called Chauffeur, and it attaches you to your teammate, and your teammate gets your movement speed, but they decide where you go, which is hilarious. I did that to Ash earlier this week, and we did not last very long. So that was super fun. But there's another one when we were running yesterday. We won 2 games back to back, and both games I was able to pick up a perk, and it's called, what was it? Thief's Stash or something like that? Or Thief's Cash? I don't remember which it was. It gives you a random build every round.
What?
That was the most fun.
That's kind of crazy.
That is the most fun I think I've ever had in a MOBA, because every single round, you got to look at your build and find out, okay, are you tanky, are you bruiser, are you like straight DPS? Like, what's going to happen? And it was so much fun. We won both those games. There is some complaints about Arena right now where like it seems to be dominated by bruiser characters, and there's like a few squishies that have made it through with like high CC. But like the game's fun. I enjoy the fact that the first tier they put you in is wood tier. So I've been really enjoying it. There's a whole Soul Fighters event. There's like a mini fighting game in both League of Legends Wild Rift and League of Legends as well. I've just been having a good time, man. I've been slamming queues. I've been having good games on both. I've been playing Draven and popping off on both Wild Rift and regular League. Regular League I didn't do as well on Draven, but that's okay. I've been playing a lot of Warwick, or what I like to call him is War Wiggle. And then I've been queuing with Ash and Psychotics from Simping for Senpai. So we've been having a good time. Honestly, it's just nice getting some variety content in. I mean, that's what it comes down to, and I've mentioned that a good bit. Like, I'm going to keep playing Smite because we have AGL playoffs, and I want to win. But after that, like, I think I might take a little bit of a break. Like, I'll keep grinding Battle Pass stuff and work on getting my God to Diamond for Bod G Diamond Challenge, but I just want to play some other content, and that's what it comes down to, multiplayer and single player. I just want to do other stuff with the community.
Hey, so that means that Blaze and I can play all the games that we have been planning to play for the last, like...
Ever? Maybe.
Yeah.
Other gaming news? None. I covered all the gaming news already.
No, I got one. One. Need for Speed Most Wanted remastered.
I'll believe it when I see it. I know they mentioned it, but like...
Yeah, no, it's coming, and I'm excited.
We'll see.
I cannot wait. I finally have gaming news.
That's true.
Yeah, I know.
I do love Need for Speed Most Wanted. I do hope it's actually a good remastered and good. Like
favorite. Like, I'm not even playing. I'll probably drop like a crap ton of money to get like the whole car, like whatever they call it, so I can like shift and drive at the same time.
You know, you need to talk
arcade feeling.
You need to talk. Oh, you got some people you need to talk to about that for sure. I've
already done my research.
Okay, well,
we're talking about. Okay, I'm the person that I have a wish list on Amazon, so I can have a full conductor for trains simulator for PC, but it's just like very expensive, like super expensive. But
yeah, I was gonna say you need to talk to Backlash. That's who you need to talk to, because Backlash has a whole setup. Actually, I do have one other piece of gaming news. I don't know if anybody's been following Wayfinder. It's like an upcoming like PvE MMO that's coming. They did announce that it's going to come out on August 15th, and they already listed the Founders Pack. So it's like the initial Founders Pack is $20, which I think is pretty reasonable. I played the beta and it's pretty fluid. It's kind of like hack and slash combat. You have your abilities and stuff, but like there's different types of characters. Like you have like your like hack and slash, but you also have like a sniper, and their plan is like every season to release either a new character or weapon type, and you have housing and that kind of stuff. And I went and did some research on it today because I was just kind of curious after the Dragonspire stuff. I was like, hey, like who's backing this game? Because it looks really good. I've been following it for over a year now, like and I've just been like following like their news releases, and like sometimes I'll watch some of their dev streams. I've just been like just keeping up with it in general, like kind of just, you know, checking it out. It's backed by the people that make Warframe, which is sick.
Oh yeah,
because Warframe is a fantastic game.
Warframe is about to be cross-plat. I'm waiting for that. Okay, the only reason you do not see me streaming Warframe more is because I spent, I'm not going to say money.
Okay.
But let's say money's involved in that.
Yeah.
But also, so when I played Warframe, I was like a stockbroker.
Yeah.
At least that's what it felt like. I was constantly in the trade center trading one thing for another thing to upgrade another thing, like cards pretty much. For those of you that don't know Warframe, you have it, to me, like, to explain it, it's cards, but they're also to upgrade abilities, weapons, all the shenanigans. So I spent months, okay, let's be honest, years, like I don't like
on the grind,
it, but years in the trader, trading people, constantly trying to talk them up, trading like 6 cards for 1 card, blah 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 blah. And then I come over to PC and I can't use it. Nah, f that. F that.
Vio's out here. Vio goes, sounds like Bats is up to some legal business. Yeah, that's true. Warframe's one of those games that like I played and I really enjoyed it, but the group I was playing with would just like power through content and just leave me behind. And I know that it doesn't matter for that game, like content's repeatable, but when everybody else is grinding way, way hard because like they don't have to work or whatever, they just have a lot more time.
Yeah.
And then you're left behind, like you're just way behind in gear where like you walk into an area and they just one tap everything. It can be discouraging and irritating to play.
Well, I'm not playing. Once it becomes cross-plat and I can get my Xbox stuff on PC, we can play Blaze.
I was gonna say I enjoyed it though.
Ember will play.
Well,
I probably have a full group that we can play with.
Well, that's what I was gonna say is it makes me excited for this Wayfinder game because like they're taking the same monetization ideas as Warframe. And Warframe's monetization is actually really good. Like it's not.
Dude, I love Warframe, and it's a free-to-play game. That's what's crazy.
And I think Wayfinder Wayfinder in the long run will be free to play. Like I think at some point, but they're doing founders packs for early access. I'm just saying like it kind of gives me. And this answers, Kenny left us a random question in chat, which game would you love to have a sequel to? And he said this, and I already knew the answer to mine.
Come on, Zone of Enders.
God, that's a good one. I talked about Zone. No, it's funny. I talked about Zone of Enders with my wife the other day, and I'm not kidding. God, that game's so good.
Have you played the VR?
No. It's funny.
The VR one.
I know.
It's great.
And I laugh because like we literally talked about that specifically. Because that was a game that I got bought for my report card and I beat it the day I got it. My parents were pissed.
Dude, it's so good.
But it's so good. So here's the thing though. My answer to this is WildStar. And for those that don't know what WildStar is, WildStar is the greatest MMO ever made.
Really?
It was made by some people that like left like the WoW group and like some other groups of MMO devs, and it is the best MMO I've ever played. Like hands down, the idea of different classes was really good. The PvP was good. The PvE was good. The problem was, and they even tried going free to play. They tried.
Really?
What killed the game is it was too hard. It was too hard.
I just got bit by a mosquito.
Well, that sucks.
Dude, I'm mad now.
But the reason that game failed is because they catered to a hardcore audience and the game was too difficult. That's what killed it. But like they
need to reset it because honestly, look at now. Dark Souls mains. Let's get out of here.
But like it was so good. Like you could
Speaking of Dark Souls, Blaze, Elden Ring.
Okay, that's great. Moving on.
They had when we're supposed to play that too.
No,
hey,
I don't.
Wait a minute. Oh, so after our Smite competitions, all those games we need to play.
You guys like no kidding. But no, like the one thing I really liked about WildStar was like you had player housing that you could share, but it was like super customizable. And I really and that's what I liked. And looking at Wayfinder, like one of the things that they're really, really big about by reading through everything is like there's gonna be player housing. You're gonna be able to decorate it how you want. And then
like 2D, 3D.
It's 3D. It's 3D housing.
Okay, so not like when I say 2D to explain, like so not like Terraria housing.
No, we're talking like New World.
Valheim.
Yeah, New World-esque.
We don't talk about We don't talk about New World.
But the one thing I'm excited about that, but there's also like, there's like a set character. Like, let's say
hold on. Name the game again so I can put this on my wish list.
Wayfinder. Or Wayfinders.
Nice. Wayfinder. Right?
Wayfinders.
Mine says Wayfinder. Play and
Okay,
release
yeah,
date,
yeah, Wayfinder,
August
Wayfinder,
15th.
yeah.
Yeah,
And the cool thing about
there.
that game is like if you pay for the reward tower, which is like their seasonal content,
Mhm.
you keep it forever.
Oh, nice.
It's not one of those one where you like lose it and like you have to go back, like you don't get access to it anymore. That's the way I was reading through it today. Is like if you buy it, like you have it, you complete it when you complete it. But like, let's say you play Venomous, which is one of the new characters that's going to be out, and you get characters are not the only way you can purchase a character is if you don't already own it. So you could buy it with money, but characters are earnable through the reward tower or they're craftable. So like, if you wanted to awaken your character, you have to craft another version of it, which I think is kind of cool. But you also
So
like have customization of like if you play Venomous, like there's a lot of customization to allow you to be different from other Venomous characters.
So it's like Dragon Age Inquisition.
I've
You've
seen,
never played it.
I haven't played it, but I've seen it and it sounds like similar. Yeah.
Now,
Now-
because I was like, in order to get a character, you actually have to craft a character, which you have to get like the materials to
Yes.
craft a character in
Mhm.
general.
Yeah.
So where,
it's like, but it's like Warframe,
you would
right?
play a character. Dragon Age isn't like Warframe.
No, but I mean in the sense like in Warframe, you have to get craftable pieces and put together a set, don't you?
No, in Warframe, you like, so I guess you could craft pieces, but you get drops. So you
Right.
could get.
Well,
you
that's what
get,
they're
like,
saying,
A
like-
chassis, a legs, arms.
Yeah. And
Like
this this seems like it has the certain
certain,
pieces and then you craft it together.
I'm trying to think of like the terminology for it, but it's like you get it's specific drops to the character. So like you would go do certain missions for the specific drops for like
Right.
Loki, for example.
Yeah. And then but I think this is the same idea, but like you just craft a character and then you can use that to awaken your character and make it stronger.
And then to make it, you'd have to spend like 12 freaking days
Mhm.
crafting it and everything like that. And it wasn't like if we're on the server like a day ago. No, you literally, as you're logged off, it'd take you 12, which I say 12, but I think like the minimum was like 36 days. So you're waiting forever.
So
But yeah,
I don't know. I'm excited. I know there's no PvP currently. They have said that like they don't think they're gonna add PvP. What they think that they would add is like PvPvE, where like you fight the environment and then you're competing against other players that you might interact with during that.
that's not bad.
And I think honestly, I think that's a really good outlook for MMOs in some cases because like in this case, where like if you're really wanting to focus on the PvE and balance just PvE, I think that kind of game mode fits. And I was like reading some of what the devs were saying. They're like, we're really considering like this is what we do, and I think
mean,
that's a good idea. I mean, like, and those are the type of
depending on
games
the
I
game
joined.
mode.
But like I enjoy those type of games, like
not good.
Scavengers, which is a game I enjoyed, but like obviously
that was fun.
it didn't succeed.
It's still
Ex-
out there though, isn't it?
No, it's offline.
Really?
Exo Primal just came out. It's PvPvE. I enjoy those types of games, so I kind of like the idea of looking at it.
I didn't know Scavengers was offline.
Yeah, they took it offline a while ago.
That's crazy. That wasn't actually like that was an okay game. I mean, it was difficult. Don't get me wrong, but like it was fun.
They didn't have the player base, unfortunately.
But I also think like in certain games, I'm sorry, you like PvP does not need to be involved.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I'm like, I know for me, when I say like I'm interested in playing a PvE game, I know that might be shocking for some people because I know I am generally a
Not
PvP
really.
player. I just
Yeah,
PvP a lot.
Gets angry at PvP games. I mean,
No.
okay, besides PUBG.
love
PUBG,
PUBG.
I feel like we have too much fun to where like even when we die, we're like, okay, we kind of deserve that.
Yeah. The problem is when you're playing solo, it's hard to do shenanigans that make it fun.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, this is irritating.
Yeah, that's true. I do want to mention one thing real quick before I forget.
Yeah.
I don't know what made me think about this, but first off, Blaze and I have been trying to do a Dungeons and Dragons shenanigans thing for a while now. We need people.
Yes.
Look at it. While I'm thinking about that, Dungeon Full Dive is supposed to be coming out at some point. I have played the alpha. I have played the beta. I'm excited. And by excited, I mean I'm probably going to gift Blaze a version of it to force him to play it with me. But
You know, I'm glad. I was gonna
Like,
gift you a copy of Dragonspire, and when they said it went offline, I was like, glad I didn't do that.
well, but I don't know. I have been in a Dungeons and Dragons mode for a minute now.
Yeah.
But like, it's hard to do that when you don't have a group.
No, for sure, for sure.
In my group, like, and I guess we would have to find a true like dungeon master, because if
Ask
we're
him
gonna
more.
be honest, I know I don't want to be one.
Just
I
ask
know
Asimor,
Blaze
bro.
doesn't want to be one.
I don't know enough.
I guess
I've
I could be one.
I have played once.
Bro, you don't have to know enough. You make crap up. That's what a dungeon master does. And
Oh,
then
I could do
all
that.
of a sudden, Super Saiyan came down from the planet. Blagagaga.
Blah, blah, blah.
And
Oh my goodness.
like, for all the games that I played, some of the shenanigans that pulls out, like, I know one time that we were playing, like, the dungeon master was like, I really want to get to the end game. So, like, all of us would die, and he'd go, okay. I'm the dungeon master. None of that never happened. Time reverse. And we're like, what the hell is that?
What? No.
I know. He's like, I'm the dungeon master. This is how this works. And we're like, well, okay. I mean, I guess we didn't die. I mean,
Wild.
but yeah, I want to throw that out there. For those of you willing to play D&D, hit Blazer Eye up so we can start this up. Because we have been talking about it for, I think, over 6 months now.
You definitely have.
Well, dude, okay, I had the most fun playing that all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it is fun. It makes for good.
Because, like,
It's fun to stream too because you get like funny reacts.
It's definitely good content.
Um,
And I have
No, I'm
no
down.
idea what made me think about it. But
who knows?
this is
dude?
the unhinged podcast of shenanigans and
True.
randomness.
The
Let's
good
put it
news
that
is
way.
I'm gonna do names of the week because we didn't do that last week, and I have to do it this week. All right,
All
so
Blaze's fault.
all my fault. We literally finished. We literally finished recording, and I went to go edit, and I was like, "Oh my god, I forgot names of the week." So this week, names of the week.
So funny.
I think I have some on my phone too. I'm not even gonna pull those up because there's so many to go through tonight. We have Hispanic at the Disco. We have the Kroger Man, Aggressive Duck 1, The Ancient Fart, Dog, Dalton the Big Dog, cute together, by the way. Skizzler and Airhead 24, but it's spelled with like numbers, which is really funny. In Bob We Trust is one of the guild names that Vio saw. Gym Leader Meowth, Dove Extra Fresh, Itchy Balls, Let Me Cook Baby, Fat Ninja 951, and then Baked Potato, Dead Potato in the same guild. They're in the Potato Guild, Super Potato Union Denizens.
I need to be in that.
Wiggly Tuffin, Vobel, Titty Milk, Belongs in the Kitchen. Shout out to my bard that game. That bard got me killed. That bard put a portal in the wall and portaled the jungler to me for first blood. I was so heated. And he got an S that match. And he was trolling, bro, because Bard has this thing as a support that you can throw down and it invulns all the targets in it. And I would almost have people dead and he'd invuln them and then someone else would get the kill or they'd get out. I was getting super frustrated. And then Your Mom's Toes. Those are the names we got this week. Bats on the way out of here. You got any shout outs?
Hey, well, I do have one thing.
Yeah.
I know I already told you, but did y'all know that the nun is just in doing a cartwheel?
I told that to my wife yesterday, and she looked at me and she's like, "I thought you were gonna say it was a palindrome," and I was like, "No." And yeah, it was funny, for sure.
But anyway, shout out to all of our listeners. Obviously, we are doing a YouTube live, so like as we will, well, I won't be until I figure it out or remember, but Blaze will be active in chat to answer all of your questions, shenanigans, whatnot. We're trying to be more interactive with chat and,
Yeah.
pump up the pod.
True.
Pretty much.
Pump,
I
pump,
have been
pump, 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 pump,
I
pump
have
it
been
up.
on Blaze's case about like FAFO jerseys. I'm dead serious. I will like wholeheartedly fund this.
This
to
man,
get
this
FAFO
man, this man,
jersey.
this
I
man,
want a FAFO jersey, damn it.
this man wants a FAFO cup that when you pour the liquid in it and it heats up, it says what FAFO means.
No. Okay, I will say that. Okay, explicit content coming your way. So, how this works is, say this is your mug, right? It says FAFO this way. Then when you pour hot water in it, it says, fuck around and find out. I think that would be awesome. I'm sorry. I think that would be the greatest thing there is. Because, because I know I would do it. I'd be going to work and I would just have the regular cup, and I know my boss would be coming up to me. I'd be like, hold on, let me pour my cup of hot coffee real quick.
Yeah, unfortunately, the only place I'd be using mine is in my office at night. But I do like the idea.
Hey, I don't give a FAFO.
Yeah, good for you. Is that all your shout-outs?
Other than that, like I'm saying, we definitely appreciate the comments, the viewership, everything like that. As I found out today, we are actually popping off on both our YouTube channels, so much appreciated to all of that, all the support, all the I guess we have had comments off but not on, blah blah blah, shenanigans like that. We just hope to keep this going and keep the entertainment real, I guess. I don't know.
The big thing is
like
this.
I keep telling Blaze, we always have the best content when we are not recording.
That's true. Sometimes you have the best. Sometimes I might have the best content while recording, and someone takes my idea, and then they get a bunch of publicity for it. That might happen.
Let's not. Okay. I will say this. I am one of the people that have heard Blaze talk about it forever. We're not gonna dive into it because we're not gonna start something. But Blaze thought of it first.
That's usually the way it goes.
Out there.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm not salty.
Other than that, we will let Blaze do his. As I always say, he has a sheet of paper right there that he reads. I
wish I did. I've never used ChatGPT. Maybe I asked ChatGPT to write me a script for the outro of the podcast. Anyways, on the front of YouTube, just some things to let y'all know. We do have two different channels. Obviously, there's my channel where all this video content gets uploaded to. There's another Up Your Experience channel, like it's its own channel where all the audio gets uploaded to. Liking those videos on either front does help with our noticeability. It does help just with the streams and the videos in general. If you like the content, giving it a thumbs up, super helpful. If you're not already subscribed, subscribing is going to help us out as well. The more subscribers we get, the more likes we get, the longer viewership we get. Helps us move towards like a monetization method at some point, hopefully. And then along with that, shout outs to Ash Basham and Psychotics over at Simping for Senpai. We got to get them on here sometime soon. Got to talk some
about
anime.
Gundam.
Talk about Gundam, talk about anime, talk about League. Just have a good time. I had to.
Speaking of Gundam, Blaze,
yeah, I'm gonna move on. Shout outs to Dare Drops for all their amazing content they have going on over there. I will be uploading some like TikTok content for them sometime soon. Also, shout outs to Guardians of Mental Health. Just go through if you need any mental health help. That's the place to go. You can download the app on your phone. You can go on the website and download a kit. You can go on the website and ask for a kit. You can be like, hey, this is my name. This is my email address. This is my address. They will send you a kit for free. It's North America where they will send that to. Check them out. I am working on some stuff with them currently that will probably be out in November that we're working on now. And I am super excited. When I have like full permission to talk about it, I will let y'all know. And then
also, I just want to throw this out there right now.
Yeah.
For those of you that think mental health is something you should just hide away, don't think that.
No.
You know, if you have to talk about something, talk about it. I mean, I'm not saying to talk about it to everybody, but if you have somebody, like, for instance, those of you out there listening to us right now, I will say this now. Blaze is probably the better person to talk to about this. But we both are always willing to listen, talk to, chat to. You don't even have to talk about your problems. If you just want to come in, chat, talk, have somebody to just, communicate with, we are always here. We may be busy at some point. We will always respond. Both of us actually take mental health to I guess I don't want to say seriously, because I feel like a lot of people take it seriously, but we take it to a level to where, you don't ever have to worry about.
I'm not going to have any judgment.
Yeah, exactly. Both on the same wavelength. How about that? But because, if there's anything you ever want to talk about, we are here.
Yeah. Reach out. I mean, if we can't help you, I'll try to find someone that can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I know it sounds... I guess I can't say the word, but I guess I can't stress this enough, is that because I have a lot of friends that I know have gone through a lot of struggles and everything like that. And it's like, you guys and girls and everybody, I say guys a lot, but to me, it's a general.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, it's everybody. There I go again. Everybody just needs to take it seriously, because it is a serious thing.
Yeah, it affects everybody. It doesn't matter what you're doing in life. Really, it affects everybody. It affects if you're a professional athlete, if you're, it doesn't matter how much money you're making, how little money you're making. It affects you in some way, shape, or form.
And it doesn't have to be serious. It could be stress. Stress is actually the leading cause to... I don't want to get gruesome into it, so to speak, but it's like, stress is pretty much what deteriorates a person the most, I guess you would say. And it's like the little things that start to add up. Just remember that. Remember, talking to somebody can relieve anything. It doesn't matter. Even venting. Just venting. You could be...
I've had billion people sit in Discord and just want to talk to me, and they don't even want me to respond. They just want someone to listen, and that's fine.
It's like, just letting it out.
Yeah, I think, and take that time.
I guess being the way I am, and I know the way Blaze is, it's like I just want to throw that out there that, because the way that because he is huge in Guardians mental health, we are here for our viewers, our listeners, even first-time viewers, listeners. Blaze will be more... I don't want to say professional, because I feel like I held some professionalism.
No, but I mean, I probably have more contact to mental health. He would be able
to direct you to the right people. I'm just kind of a listener. I will voice my own opinion. Let's just put it that way. It'll be like, I will give you the real, and and I don't have to give you anything. I'll just sit there and listen. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think just make sure you get help.
Throw it out there that we are always willing to help anybody that wants help, wants to talk, wants to chat. I only say that because I'm big in this. When Blaze told me about Guardians mental health, I think I followed all of them.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's a huge thing. And I only say this because I know last month was Men's Mental Health Month, and they did do a lot about it, but I feel like it was underplayed a lot. And
Well, and part of it is we come off May where we do like a huge mental health push in May.
yeah. Well, I'm not even talking about Guardians mental health. I'm just talking about in general.
Oh no, but that's
And
always the way it is. And not talking about Guardians mental health. I just meant mental health in general.
yeah.
Like men's mental health is always looked at that way. I think we're getting better about it for sure, especially in like
we
younger
definitely
people.
Are.
But people our age, bats, like ain't that.
I guess I'm saying this because I've had a lot of friends that I've been talking to that it's like, just talk it out.
Yeah. If you're struggling, talk it
And-
out. I know someone that's personally affected and they left their spouse passed away due to a mental health issue. And I mean, they left 5 kids behind. I mean, that's it's sad.
And I will say this, like I'm not like targeting a single group either. It's just like mental health is a serious thing that I feel like people don't take seriously because they don't think it's a thing that is affecting them in the way that it is.
Yeah.
And from what I've seen through my life experience, right now it's like it does.
Oh, 100%.
So you know what? Get the right help. Don't be ashamed if you have to see a therapist, a psychiatrist, or anything like that. They're there to help you.
Yeah.
You are there to better yourself. Even if it's just taking a run a day.
Yeah, I
feel better about yourself.
I talk to my athletes about that because sometimes they're like, "Coach, you running today?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I need to run today. like I need to go for a run." And it's just because I need that mental reset.
Pick me
That's
up.
all I need. That's all I need
Yep.
is the mental reset.
And
There's lots of way to do it. Talking to people can help. Exercise can help. Talking to a professional could help. It really just depends on like what your support group is. Find what that support group should be, and if you need help, reach out. That's the big thing.
And I guess that's what I want to get out there. Don't ever think you're alone in that dark place. There's always somebody there. Just remember that.
But with that, that's all the shout outs. That's everything.
Is that everything?
Yeah.
I feel like this has been a long episode.
It is. We're almost at an hour. We're almost at an hour and a half. It's very true. And
Okay, I feel like we got to drag it out to like.
my nose just started bleeding. So no, definitely not dragging it out. Because it is starting to bother me. I just realized it. I went like this, and I was like, oh no. But no, let's get on out of here.
Yep.
I probably do. Let's get on out of here. We will catch you all next week. I think we have a guest on next week, so keep an eye out for that.
Ooh.
Bye.
Later, chat.
If it hadn't been for Donsboro, I'd have 6. SUPPRT, oh hey, I hope he's on my team. Kefri Bezos. SUPPRT, oh hey, I hope he revives me. Kefri Bezos. Come on,